This is a special post for the rainy weekend. Every time there is a rainy day and I'm at work, I think of my 5th grade teacher, Miss Smith. When it would rain, Miss Smith would turn off all the lights except a green glass-covered desk lamp and read to us stories that were perfect for a rainy day, like Edgar Allan Poe. They were scary and good and taught us to love quality literature. Even now when I'm at work and it's raining, I feel like I should turn off all the lights and bring out Edgar Allan Poe. Sadly, my coworkers don't agree. But on this particular rainy weekend, I do get to bring Edgar Allan Poe. I'll use his iconic face to show how a grid can help you properly position features in a portrait. I printed an image from the internet that was 6x8, which is great because my piece of paper I'll be drawing on is 9x12. I want to make sure the ratios stay the same, so for my 6x8 printed copy, I'm creating squares that are 0.6 by 0.6 inches. That will correlate nicely to my 9x12 that will have 1 inch by 1 inch squares. On my sheet of paper, I'm creating a grid that will have 1 inch by 1 inch squares. That will result in 9 squares horizontally and 12 vertically, the same as my 6x8 sheet of paper. Yes, I filmed this next part upside down, but I did not know that until I started editing. What I'm doing here is seeing which box I'm going to start my face shape in, which is 3 over and 3 across from the edges of my paper. When I've located the correct box, I'm copying the hairline that I see from the printed photo onto my sheet of paper. When I look at the grid at the historical photo, I can see that the hairline follows almost exactly along the vertical line, so I'm going to shade that in. Consulting my graph, I can see that the line starts to veer in to one of the boxes, so I copy that from my grid. I'm going to continue to transfer the images that correspond from the historical photograph into my drawn graph on my sheet of paper. So I've almost finished the outline of the face. I'm coming back to where I started. Again, following box by box so that my shapes are matching the grid from the historical photo to the grid on my sheet of paper. Now I can place my eyes in while consulting my grid. I like using a grid when doing portrait work because nobody's eyes are in the same level with one another. Ears are off. We're not ever entirely symmetrical. And by using a grid, we get them in the place that's accurate, not where we think they should go. And of course, you have to add the classic Edgar Allan Poe hair. With all my features in place, I'm going back over with charcoal. Thank you for joining me in this rainy weekend special using grids and portrait work. I'm pretty excited that I got to have an Edgar Allan rainy day at work. Thank you to all the teachers for everything you do, whether at home or at school. You're inspiring your students long after they leave the classroom.